All right, guys, 17 up in the fourth quarter. We've been targeting the flat really well against this guy, and we've also ran the ball pretty good. We're going to go to this Colts playbook here, see if we can maybe mix in a shovel option or two. Looks like he's ready with that off the left edge, and we're going to try and run the inside zone here to see if we can gain some yards on this opening drive, get the clock moving, and just force him to think about the ground game. That's Derrick Henry, who is really nice, makes it second and inches, which gives us a lot of freedom in this playbook to kind of do what we want to do. I don't want to get too creative though, because we know what's working for us for the most part, and we just need to kind of keep capitalizing on that. The more we can waste the clock and continue to drive down the field, the better off we're going to be. As this game ticks down in the fourth quarter, Derrick Henry's going to be our bell cow, and he is going to break a couple tackles for us to get us up to midfield. He's got 5 carries for 31 yards so far today. And we're going to make this guy try and get more aggressive on defense to take us down. Otherwise, we're going to continue to stick to the run game. Here you see him trying to bring some defenders in, get some guys in different gaps, and we're okay with that. Let's see if we can hit the run game one more time. I might try and break this out to the right side of the field. I'm not sure. Nope, middle's open. Derrick Henry falls forward for another 9 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10. I wouldn't have minded inches right there, because it would have allowed us to get another first down and keep the clock moving. We're trying to get to field goal range before the clock. We ran the counter right there to try and mess him up. He gets to Harrison Smith, and Henry just doesn't have the speed to get to the edge. That was a well-timed play call. I maybe could have taken him one-on-one, like with a move, like an A move or a truck. But unfortunately, we didn't. We thought we could maybe outrun him, or maybe he would dive, or maybe he would just mess up, and that would work for us. Now, we've run from shotgun so far. We've also run from under center. He saw a little bit of the difference. We're going to go up the middle one more time here on him. Let's see. We laid down with Henry, unfortunately. That makes it a 3rd and 3. And now we got our first big moment of this fourth quarter. Trying to figure out what we want to do with it. We're going to go to Randy Moss for a touchdown, we decided. Got him. Let's go. Up 7 in the fourth quarter. He was in cover 2 invert. His guy was down. There's just no keeping pace with that route right there from that. I don't think he was prepared for us to go to 5 wide. He was in like 4-4, I think, cover 2 invert. And so for us to spread it out, that's a 6-play, 74-yard drive here in the fourth quarter. Now, I will say the one thing, we wanted to do there was definitely maybe just get a first down, and then, we want to kick the game-winning field goal with no time left on the clock. Like, that would be our ultimate goal, would be to not have given him either any timeouts left or any clock situation left, or, just make his life tough. We couldn't do that, but we did score. That's the first thing you have to do, and so we'll live with it. Now, this guy has run the ball a little bit. He's also done this play. And right there, what we did before the snap was we took Joe Hayden on a seam flat, which is the purple you start out in cover 4, and we re-put him in a purple, which makes it a curl flat, which means he'll drop down and actually play that a little bit better. And we kind of just moved him so he didn't have anybody blocking him, and he made the play. We actually subbed Joe Hayden in the game there because Mel Blount is now, that's usually Mel Blount, but he needed to come in for Champ Bailey, who could not tackle Derrick Henry. We're going to spread our line. I understand he could run, and I'm willing to give up the yards. Nope. Nice seam route. Good route. He needs 7, not 3. If that was 3, I'd be in a weird position. Bet he runs. Yep. Parker slows him up, and that just takes time. He's going to probably take a timeout coming up. So we're looking pretty good here. 47 seconds. Him having timeouts is good for him. We have been able to bring some pressure, but he's also hit us with a couple out routes. So we're going to switch between that cover 4 and the Mabel. I'm going to go to the Mabel on this play because I don't think he's going to run. I'd like to be in that cover 4 if he's going to run. Let's see what he does. Got him. Pick. Not a pick. Should have been a pick. He lives to fight another down. We talked about this on TWIM 210, and you basically play that purple, and if there's no corner route, you just stay in the middle. And that's what we did perfectly right there.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Back to throw. They set up the screen for him.
Well-timed screen pass, but it's 4th and inches. 4th and inches. Now here's where the game gets a little bit weird. He might QB sneak. Most people hear QB sneak. But then you got to take a timeout. And then you got 20 seconds and you're at the 40. So like, do you run a real play here when you only need inches? Or he looks like he's going to run a real play. And I'm okay with him running a real play. You cannot, if you're this guy, you cannot run the Derrick Henry screen pass. You cannot run the Derrick Henry screen pass. You just can't run the Derrick Henry screen pass, in my opinion. Parker. Wow, Ron Parker was in the backfield right there. We couldn't get it done. I sensed the run. I mean, the sneak's the same way. 23 seconds now. He has 1 timeout. So you're still 40 yards away. You do still have 1 timeout. He throws outs a little bit. Oh, no. Gotta get back to the middle. I know. I gotta cover this middle. 18. He's gonna just let it ride. Let me get Haley off the line, please. Let me get Haley to the middle. Sack, lunch, and now he has to take his last time out with 6 seconds. So he could have taken his timeout right before that play, but then he would have needed to take 3 shots to the end zone, and a sack would have ended it. But now he waited, but now he just has 1 shot to the end zone. And so, you know, that was a tough situation for him to be in. And we're now going to try and end this game with a Michael Strahan user rush, because what's more fun than that? Ready? Let's get off the edge, Strahan, let's get off the edge, baby. Let's go. 1 time. 4th quarter. Lock up. Pick. Game over, Blount. Get down. No fumble. All right, so a big victory right there. It all started in the 4th quarter with us getting the ball, being patient, going on a drive, and then, you know, obviously we had to score, but for the most part, we were able to manage the game as he had to come down the field. He had his timeouts. I would say what hurt him the most was probably he only got a yard here on his 1st and 10 run. So that hurt him a little bit. Like the clock, that's kind of where it took the most amount of time, was between these couple plays. And then this sack obviously hurt him as it was moving. But between 23 seconds and 10 seconds, for him to have to get to the line and kind of things like this route to Olsen is great, because it does get him. This gets him from like, I can actually now throw a touchdown from where Greg Olsen caught that pass. But he did catch it in the middle. Thankfully, he still had, you know, that he got to the line instead of using his last time out. So for the most part, that is one way to get some victories in the 4th quarter.